Hello guys, welcome back to another Flutter episode. Today I'm going to teach you about routes in Flutter. Let's make a Flutter project. We'll say new Flutter project and press next, and here we'll give the name Flutter day 16. And next thing, we'll select the Android language as Java, and we'll give an organization as Flutter 16, and next thing we'll say finish. Oh, something is wrong. We can't give the Flutter project name with uppercase letters, so we'll give this as Flutter today 16 and press finish. Our application is building, and let's see after the application gets built. Our application has been built. Next thing, we'll go into the main dot, and we'll remove all this code from here, and we'll implement our live template. We say Kulesh and press tab. Now our live template has been implemented inside the main dot. Next thing, we'll have a new package inside our lib folder, new directory, and we'll call this screens. And next thing, we'll make 3 new dot files. We'll make a home, we'll make a second, and we'll make a third, dot file. And here inside the home.dot file, we'll have our live template implemented, and here as well, and finally here as well. Okay, now let's change our main.dot file. We'll remove this from here, and we'll say here void main, and we'll have brackets, and we'll make it equal to run app, and inside it we'll give new my app. Okay, next thing, we'll make a class my app, and extends it to stateless widget, and we'll have our brackets enclosed in here. Next thing, we'll go to this error here, and we'll create one missing override. Alright, we remove this from here, and we'll say return new material app, and we'll close the brackets from here, and we'll close it from here, and inside it we'll give a title. The title will be navigation, and next thing, we'll have routes placed. Inside the routes, we'll have a string and a widget builder. And we'll close this from here, and next thing we'll put some curly brackets. Alright, next thing we'll implement all the available pages, and here first thing we'll give a home page. We'll say home, and we'll have colon, and we'll give our build context, and next thing we'll have an arrow function, made it equals to new home. Alright, actually we say this as new home like this. We say home here and close the brackets. Now in the home.dart file we'll change our class name to home here, and in here also, and in here also. And finally we'll have our home here placed. Now our home.dart is built, and we'll save it from here, and we'll go to second.dart. Here we'll call this second, in here and in here and in here as well, and in here also, and finally here as second. Next thing we'll change our home my app to second. Alright, and now let's save this. Now let's change this error. We say new home and paste it here. Now let's save this. We'll have a comma here, and we'll have second here, and we say build context, and we'll have an arrow key that says new second. Now let's do the same for the third.dart. Here in here we say class third, and here we'll say third state, and here we'll give third, and here also we'll give third state, and finally here we'll give the name third. Alright, next thing we'll have a third placed here. We say third and give colon. We'll move this from here to here, and we say build context. Well, we have to put a comma here, and here we'll say build context and make it equals to new third, and we'll have a comma here, and we will have our home placed. The home will be new home. That means when we press this, when we in the init state of this application, the home.dart will be displayed because of this, by giving the name home for our new home. What we'll do here is we'll build the home.dart app now. Here in the text of the home dart, we'll say home. Next thing, we'll have a raise button. In the raise buttons on pressed, we'll have a method code place. We'll say navigator dot off and provide context to it, and let's say dot push named, and inside it we'll have second placed, and we'll close this from here. And next thing, we'll give a child. The child will be a text that says next. Alright, now we'll do the same with the second dot. We'll go to second dot, and here as the text we'll say second, and we'll have a raise button after that, and inside the on press we'll say navigator dot of context dot push named, and here we'll first give the push name for our third dot, and next thing we'll close this from here, and we'll have a child here placed, and it will say next, and we'll close this from here. Well, we forgot to give here text, so let's give it a text here. And next thing, we'll have another raise button. Inside its on press we'll say navigator dot of context dot push name, and we'll pass our home route for this. Next thing, we'll close this from here, and in here we'll say child, and we'll give a text that says home. Alright, next thing is to make the third dot. We'll go inside the third dot and change the text to third, and next thing we'll have a raise button, and in it the on press will be navigator dot of context dot push name, and here we'll give a route name as second, and next thing we'll close this from here, and we'll have a child here, a text that says back. Alright, next thing is to run this activity, run this application inside our phone. For that I will now connect my phone and I'll connect my device to the Android Studio. So here I connected my phone and now it will be shown in the devices list. So here it is shown, and now let's run this main.dart. We'll wait till this builds up. Here is our application that we have built so far. Here you can see that we are in the home page because it says home in the body, and we have a next button. Let's press next and see what happens. When we press next, we go to the second dot. So in the second dot there's home button and a next. You should definitely know that home will go back to the home, so we'll press next here. When we press next, we go to the third dot. Here also we have a button that says back. We'll press back and go to the second dot again. And next thing, we'll go from the second dot to the home dot. So that's how routing works in Flutter. We have made a simple routing program that routes between dots. Let's go to another topic in routing after this. Now we'll go to another routing procedure. We go to home.dart, and here after the navigator.ofContext we'll say push name and remove until. Alright. Next thing, we'll give the route name here as second, and after that we'll give route dynamic, and we'll call this route. And after that it will be false. We'll have a comma place here also. No, we must close it from here. Now and we must close it from here as well and put a comma. Alright, what this does is push named and remove until will move to the next route, but it will close the other routes in the previous dot. So when we push name and remove until, it will definitely go to another dot like in the push named, but this time the other route data will be removed, and we will be not able to go to the home dot again from the second dot. That's what happens when we use push named and remove until. Now let's run this app and check what I've said here, and if it's true. Let's run this and check it out. Now what we see is the next app that we've built so far. Here we have a home widget in which says home in a text, and when we press next we go to the second dot. So here there's a next button and a home button, and next thing when we press next we go to the third dot. Then we press back and go to the next dot. Likewise, we can go from next to next and next. And when we press home, we go to the home page. What we did here was, when we press next, there won't be arrow key to go back to the home because of run named and push, because of this function push named and remove until. So because of that, arrow won't be placed to go back to the previous home dot in the second dot because of this method push named and remove until. So because of that, we can't move to the home page with the arrow button, because there's no arrow button to go back. But we can go to it by pressing the home button in the previous instances by using the push named method. So likewise, that's how this application works. We've learned till far push named and remove until and push named till now. Now let's go to another topic in Flutter. Now we'll change the code in the home.dart here. We'll go back to the first instance that we made. We'll go back to push name second. And next thing, we'll copy this from here and paste it here, and we'll say second here, and we'll say third here, and here we'll give third as the route. Now we'll change the second dot. We'll go to the second dot, and here instead of push named, we'll say push named and remove until, and here we pass the third route to it, and we say route dynamic route, and it will be false. Next thing, we'll put a comma here. No, we'll close this from here like this, and we'll say third. And next thing, we'll say navigator.ofcontext.pop, just like that, and we'll close this from here. And next thing, in the child, we'll say back. Actually, here we'll say not third, we'll say next. And next thing, we'll save this from here. We'll go to third.dart, and here inside the on pressed, we'll change from here. We'll have a if here placed, if navigate dot of context dot pop, we'll say navigator dot of context dot pop, just like that. Here we say navigator.ofcontext.can pop instead of just pop. Next thing, we'll give else, and in the else we'll say navigator dot of context dot push named, and we'll provide the second route for this. Okay, now our application has been modified to give a pop, and that will pop from the next from the next dart to the other dart. What pop does is delete the current route and go to the next route in the chain. So let's run this and let's check what happens when you use pop in this instance. This is the application that we've built so far. We can go from home to the second dart and back to the third dart and back, and when we go to second dart and press next, we can't go to the next dart to the third dart because of the pop function. It deletes our route history and it doesn't let us go to another dart. So we can go back, second, back, third, and back. So this is how our application works. Till here I have taught you about routes in Flutter. I hope you got a clear understanding about routes in Flutter, and today's lesson is over like this, and I'll see you in another lesson another time. Until then, goodbye guys, and please take care.